And welcome to WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, hosting the premier women's show here at Women's Speakers Association. And today, oh my gosh, we have incredible experts who are going to kind of walk us through when you face unfair or unfortunate circumstances. How do you rise? How do you become a leader? And in fact, an inspirational leader? Can you leverage those circumstances? You bet. And we're going to talk to our experts today. So let's go say hi to them. Hi, Renee.
Hi, everyone. My name's Rena Koesler, and I'm a business adventure coach, speaker, and best-selling author. And you can find me at reneekoesler.com, and I'm out of the Denver, Colorado area.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here. I was hoping that you could share with me and our viewers today what advice you have how to become a leader despite any unfair or unfortunate circumstances. Renee, what advice would you give listeners about overcoming unfair circumstances to become an inspiring leader?
Mhm. Yeah, it's a great question. I think because my background is so much in the outdoor adventure field, and I've been doing this for many years. I won't say how many, but many years. And so much of what I have taught, my former career was I was a professor of outdoor education, and what I would teach oftentimes is to get students and people out of their familiar, out of their comfort zone. And in addition to that, when people are out of their comfort zone, they have to take some risks. And risks are frightening and scary for people. And generally, people like the comfort. It's like being surrounded by a bunch of cotton balls, and it feels good on the skin. But what happens when you step out of that? It's a little unscary, it's a little uncertain. It is an opportunity for people to grow when they're taking some risks to step out of their comfort zone. So it's a matter of believing in yourself. I like what Jacqueline was saying. Certainly believing yourself, having faith to move to the next level. I know what it means to climb a mountain. I know what it means to put one foot in front of the other. And that is moving to the next level so that you get to your desire and your summit. I see a huge difference between a want and a desire. And if you're a desire, you have up leveled a want, and it comes from within. You can call it a passion, you can call it a calling, you can call it a goal, but a desire is something so deep and so powerful that once you tap into it, the world's the limit. The world just opens up to what you want to achieve.
It sure does. And I like the idea of this, the analogy of the mountain, climbing the mountain. It makes me think of Valeriana, how you said, lean in, because when you're stepping up a mountain, you really are leaning, like you're tilting forward, right? You got to walk forward in that and to take on the challenge and know your passions. And like Jackie said, so is, you don't have to do this alone. You can get help to do it. Who do you work with? What do you do? And maybe a story about how you got there, because you alluded to some of it.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, I'm a business adventure coach, and I work with leaders and entrepreneurs. And it's not necessarily people who kayak over Niagara Falls or climb mountains and those kinds of things, but those people who have an adventurous spirit. And to have an adventurous spirit, you really need to be willing to step out of your comfort zones and take some risks and go down a path you never saw yourself going. And think about those Sunday drives that people used to take. Certainly those are the things that my family did when I was a kid. And we would take Sunday drives and we had no idea where we were going, but we were willing to get in the car and go. It's the same sort of concept that I use oftentimes with people who get stuck in their business, who maybe are transitioning from one job to the next. Maybe they recognize that this is not the job they want and their desire is in a whole nother field. Then I'm the person that really helps them navigate that to get from one point to the next and sort of transition in that. And it's the whole person. It's not just the business aspect. It's their personal aspects and also their professional. So I used to be a professor of outdoor education for many years, and I used to coach students in climbing. I used to teach rock climbing, and to coach them into the next, to go to the next pitch, to go to the next, to get to the top of that. And it's just a matter of working with what's going on in your head to get you to that next step. And the self-doubt and the worry and the question about, can I make this? Can I do this? Happens all the time with people, whether you're on a rock climb or whether you're just thinking about moving from one business to the next. So it's trying to navigate what's going on in someone's mind to help them believe and to overcome those self-doubts and those worries. Yeah, I do that a couple of different ways. I do masterminding on the mountain, which is I take people on hikes, and we do masterminding because I find that nature is a great place to lend itself to informality and help people feel comfortable and vulnerable enough to be able to share. No one's in a business suit, no one's in a tie, no one's in a skirt, and no one has makeup. Well, maybe they do have makeup on, but essentially they feel comfortable and safe in the natural environment. So that's a way that I also coach, in addition to having a masterclass about my book, which is Achieving Your Potential, 15 Empowering Steps to Reach Each Summit. And a summit is anything that you wish it to be. It doesn't have to be a mountain summit, but it's a goal, a desire. And I really capitalize on desire and helping people to identify their desire, because oftentimes people don't know what their desire is. They're just navigating through life and trying to figure out who they are and what they want to do. And so I do that through this book and also through venues of hiking and coaching.
I can totally relate to the transformational process of being out in nature and on a rock climb. And that's really valuable for people, and that you've been able to translate your background into that. So great. Thank you all for sharing your wisdom, ladies. We'll be back next week with another WSA TV Premier Women's Show. Bye for now.